Hello everyone, Valerie here. I wanted to share with you my first time trying this Azure dip powder kit. I got this for my birthday and I just wanted to test it out. I have watched so many videos of this kit on YouTube to try to get a feel for it before I tried it myself. This was a birthday gift and I wanted to have like a salon style manicure without having to pay the salon price. So I figured the 50 bucks for the kit was well worth it to be able to do it myself and get multiple manicures out of the $50 instead of going to the salon and paying 50 or more dollars for one manicure or, one visit there. So this is not intended to be a tutorial or a how-to or a follow along or a do what I do, because this is my first time. I don't really know what I'm doing as far as from experience. From watching videos, yes, I know what I'm doing and I have the instructions there in front of me. So I'm just prepping my nails. So I'm starting in with the first step, which is like a dehydrator for the nails. It's called Bond, and it's in the blue bottle in this kit. The powders do not have names except for the clear one, which is called transparent, but the pink and the red do not have names. They're just pink and red. The pink is like a very light pink, almost a natural uh, color, like the color of your nail bed, like the color of my nail bed. So I did the first coat with the transparent, and I'm going in for the second coat with the pink. After the bond, you put on step 2, which is the base, and then you dip it into the powder. And you continue that. You dust off the excess powder, put the powder, put the base over that layer of powder, and then dip it again. So I think I did 1 or 2 layers of the clear first, and then I think I did another 2 layers of the pink on top of that. And for the ring finger, I'm leaving that one empty for now because I wanted to use the sparkly silver glitter that came in the kit. So a pink, a red, a silver glitter, and a transparent powder came in this kit, along with all of the nail polish bottles that have the different steps. So I didn't add any tips or anything to my nails. I didn't want to do a nail extension because I'm 9 months pregnant and I'm very soon to have our first baby girl. She is our 7th child, but our first baby girl. And I didn't want my nails to be too long, but I also didn't want to be dealing with painting my nails with regular nail polish every 3 days, as I would normally have to do because the nail polish peels away or starts chipping. And being 9 months pregnant, like literally about to have a baby any moment now, I don't have time, patience, or the desire to be painting my nails every 3 days just to try to look put together. So I'm hoping that this manicure lasts at least 2 or 3 weeks. That will take me through the end of the pregnancy and past the delivery. And then if I want to either refill or soak off this acrylic or powder or whatever this is, I think it's acrylic. I think it dries to acrylic. But if I wanted to soak it off or refill it after the baby's born, then I have that option. But I at least wanted my nails to look nice for a couple of weeks to take me through the end of the pregnancy and past the delivery as well. And I also didn't want my nails to be sharp to risk cutting or scratching the baby, any of my kids. I still have 2 other babies. I have a 1 year old, a 2 year old, and then this baby will be a newborn. And I have 4 older kids as well. So I wanted to be cautious of keeping my nails kind of short, even though they're a little shorter than I would like in this video, because one of them broke and I actually had to file it down shorter than I really wanted to. But this is the next step, which actually I'm sorry, this is the same step with the base still, and I'm putting another transparent coat on top of every nail, including the glitter one. And after this, you use step 3, which is the activator. And this is what I guess combines the layers of the base and the powder and turns it into like a hard acrylic. So there's the activator in the green bottle. I will say, if you don't have experience with this set or this type of manicure DIY thing, you definitely want to make sure you're in an open, ventilated area. Here I'm tapping the nails to listen if it sounds like that plasticky acrylic, and I'm going to go ahead and add another layer of that activator. The instructions didn't necessarily say to put 2 layers. I just have in my mind that this needs to like soak all the way through all the layers. So I went ahead and put in another layer of the activator. But back to the scent, it is strong. The base, which is step 2, and the top, which is step 4, both smell like nail glue, and after a couple of minutes it can kind of be pretty strong. So I'm using one of the files that came in the kit, and I'm going to start filing the edges and fixing it up. I'm kind of rough when I file, so that's something that I need to learn to be much more gentle when I do this set again the next time, to not be so rough with the files. And this is a pretty coarse file. The 2 sides are 2 different grits. One is 100 and the other is I think it was 120. And then it also came with a second file, which is the buffer, and it was much smoother. So this entire process took me about an hour and 40 minutes from the very beginning when I started prepping my nails and to the very end when everything was completely dry. Uh, it did take me quite a while. Like I said, this is my very first time trying this, even after watching so many YouTube videos. And this 15-minute video is double speed. So what you're seeing in this video is actually 30 minutes of the 1 hour and 40 minutes of work that I did. I'm hoping that as time goes on, I will get better and faster and more proficient at doing this manicure because I actually like it, and I've had it on for a week now and it still looks good. It's still nice and shiny. I have added my out the door top coat over top to bring back some extra shine. I've noticed that after about 6 days the shine was still there from the step 4, the top coat, but it was a little dull, so I went ahead and just added a regular fast dry top coat on top, and it brought back that shine. Here I noticed that I was filing too hard, and some of the I guess the acrylic, or I'm not quite sure, whatever, some of the product had come off too much, so I needed to refill that little gap that I had created by filing too hard. And I'm just adding a couple more layers, and I'm gonna go ahead and add, I think I put the clear layer on top again, and then the activator, and let it dry. And then I'm gonna end up being a little more gentle with the buffing and the filing on that pinky. It still doesn't look 100% perfect because I did mess up, but I didn't bother to soak it off and start it over. I just let it be, and it's not really that noticeable unless you're like inspecting my nails for perfection up close, which nobody does, except for me, of course. Since I was able to use my out the door fast dry top coat on top of this manicure, I'm kind of curious if I can paint my nails with a regular nail polish. You know, after it's activated and hard, if I can paint it with a regular nail polish and a regular top coat, or even a gel polish and gel top coat if I can get the UV lamp. And I wonder if that polish will last on there for a long time because I only have 3 colors of the dip powder, and I'm not quite sure if I want to, invest in buying a ton of dip powder colors, or if I can just continue to use a clear acrylic, the clear powder, and then use the nail polish that I already have so that they don't go to waste. If you have any experience with that, you can leave a comment down below, let me know. So I'm still continuing to file. There I kept rubbing on both sides of the nail file because I wasn't quite sure which side is the rougher or the smoother side, and I am still kind of being a little harsh with that nail. I don't understand why I just can't file gently, but because it was so bulky, I had to get some of that bulk down. So that's what I'm trying to do. Just curious, do you guys, prefer to go to the salon, or do you prefer to do your manicures at home and save money? I'm putting the activator back on that wet dip powder so that it can harden again. If you do your manicures at home, what kind of manicures do you do? Do you typically add nail tips to lengthen your nails, or do you do an overlay like I'm doing on your natural nail? I'm using this rubbing alcohol to get off the excess powder that's on my fingertips and nails so that I can go in with the top base coat. This wasn't really part of the instructions. My hands were just feeling gritty, so I went ahead and did that. I'm not quite sure if that affected the top coat, which is what I'm putting on now in that orange bottle. This is step 4. And I'm doing all of the nails except for that last pinky that I had messed up on and was working on. And I am wiping this bottle off in between nails because I don't want the liquid inside the bottle to like get messed up by putting it on the powdered nail. Checking to see if that pinky is hard, and it was, so I'm going to go ahead and try to debulk that little section that I had built up from messing up. And once I've done that, I'm going to use the smoother buffer to be a little more gentle and debulk it more slowly. At this point, my fingers were kind of cramping up and it was getting pretty hard to to file my nail, which is why I keep switching from putting my hand on the table to holding my pinky with my thumb, because I'm not used to doing my own manicure yet. The muscles in my fingers are kind of tired and not really wanting to cooperate much longer with me here. I'm not quite sure if you can hear my little ones playing in the background, but if you do and the yelling and the noise bothers you, I apologize for that. Please bear with me and excuse the noise. I do have little ones in the house and they're playing, so sorry. So I'm going over my nails again with the rubbing alcohol and the lint-free gauze just to get off all that powder from my hands, and I'm going to go ahead and put on the top coat on that pinky nail to make it shine. In between the top coats, you have to wait 2 minutes, which is what the instructions say, and then you can add a second layer of the top coat. So I'm going to go in on all the other fingers besides that one pinky with the cuticle oil that came with the kit. And I like to put the cuticle oil on the top of the nail, which is at the cuticle where it belongs. But then after I rub that in, I also take it underneath the nail, under the natural nail, because it adds some moisture and nourishment to the natural nail as well. So I'm going in with a second coat of that top coat on the pinky, and now is when I'm going to go ahead and add in that cuticle oil to the underside of my nails. I do this not every single night, but maybe every 2 to 3 nights I go ahead and put on some more cuticle oil on my cuticles and underneath my nails free edge. And this is the final look. It's not perfect, it's not professional, but I actually really like it, and it's going a week strong now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.